Okay, so welcome to Astrology and Beyond. I'm Jewel Starsinger. I just want to have a quick chat on singularity. Singularity, what is that? Now they say that we're in duality. They say we live in duality. Well, do we? Am I two things? I guess I am. I am an energy, a spirit, um, a moving action. But can this action be known, felt? Can it exist without my physical body? I don't think so. But they tell us that there's a singularity and it's elsewhere, but we're going to get it. And they say, oh, you're going to get your singularity by how we're going to get that. We're going to get that with neural links and those glasses. What are they called? Virtual reality. Virtual. What does virtual mean? Let's look that up. Let me go over here and just get a thing on my other screen that you can't see and look up virtual reality. Because what is that? What are we thinking? It's like gaming, and the boys game. Why do they do that? And they're encouraging the girls to game. This is I'm talking to a little green dot right now. I hope I'm talking to you, a person, but I don't know because we are disconnected, right? But are we? Can you feel me? Okay, let me see here. The singularity. All right. Uh, the singularity is, here we go, a hypothetical future event where artificial intelligence and other technologies become so advanced that they surpass human intelligence and evolve uncontrollably. Then the term comes from physics, where a singularity is the center of a black hole, a point of infinite destiny and gravity. Well, they don't know what black holes are. These are all just ideas made up by the left brain people who are in control of the world right now. And they are telling us we don't need women. Anyone can be a woman. It's not special. You do not have to be a temple for God. Just forget about it. God's all by himself, and he's a dude, and he's a thing, and a thought, and the physical is not important. That's what we know. That's what they tell us. Modern theology is anti singularity. Because why? Because modern religion tells us the singularity exists elsewhere away from us. And I'm here to tell you that is wrong. It is flipped. Because what they're telling you is there's one guy, one energy that creates the multitude. So think of it as a triangle. Now just flip the triangle. What did we used to do with those glasses? Remember that? That was fun. Okay, point being, how about if we just flip the triangle? Now, I keep saying this a lot because everything I look at, I'm looking through this lens. I'm looking through this possibility of flipping the triangle. Instead of one making two or three, right? The nuclear family isn't a baby makes two parents. The nuclear family is the two parents make the baby. We're the baby. And there isn't any baby without both parents. So this fight between men and women, I don't know who's making it up, but it's not helping. It is not helping. It is this fight between men and women, right and wrong, good and bad, because there is either or doesn't isn't real. That is a thought. What do you call that? A thought game, a word salad. I don't know. It's not. It doesn't work. I'm just about what works. So for me, what works is to say, just look at around. Everything's connected. We're all together in this little microcosm, in this egg. And then there are eggs and eggs and eggs, turtles all the way down. All these things, the nested Russian dolls, I love that one. But all these things they tell me something. This is reality, and reality doesn't exist without the physical mental combination. We are the nexus. X marks the spot. You know that old song, Going to the Crossroads to Meet the Devil, or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, the nexus. X marks the spot. Look at the DNA spiral. How when that little laddery thing twists, there's these connections all the way down. Every point of connection is where you are. You are the nexus. I am the nexus. And together we're all in another nexus. We're the singularity. We're in it. We are it. So all this technology and putting shit in your head, little metal chips that you go and dig the mine and pollute the whole environment. It's just like, no, it's that we don't even need it. I used to think when the internet came out in the 90s, I used to think, oh my goodness, this is a little transition jump off spot where we're going to be interconnected technologically like we are, and we're going to come to the realization that we've always been telepathic. We just got it taken away when we started writing and using our left brain. Because if you get into your artist brain, your right brain, suddenly you understand things differently in a more cohesive way, you see. And so what has happened in even with language does this. My words, I'm trying to use words that are going to hit home for you. Blah, 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 blah. Does that hit home? What did I just say? What did I just say? No, no. What did that say? Did that say something to you? Or how about this? Does this say anything? Oh, can you feel my little hair on end thing? That's what my neighbor is always. My old neighbor, she's so sweet. She always said, "Oh, you put my hair on the end. My hairs are standing on end." That's the language of reality. That's a conversation. That's the conversation we're missing on a screen. That's what we're missing when you and I don't go in a room together and share our feelings, our excitement, our sadness, our moment, you see. And that will never go away. Get over the fear. Listen to Greg Braden. That's why I'm inspired this morning. I was listening to him on Know Yourself, the Know Yourself podcast. That guy is great. Those guys are great guys because they are men who have a heart. If you take your brain away from your heart, you are sinning. That's a sin. That's what creates what we call evil. Why? Why? Because it's not centered. We have to center, and that's what the Taoists are about. And the Buddhist try, although the Buddhist thing still has a little separate. The Taoists have it going on. The Kabbalists had it going on too with this little tree of life and that center pillar, you see. So what I want to just remind everybody of today, because I'm working on another video, and oh my God, the learning curve is amazing. I just hate it. And but my point is this: you have your body for a reason. It is a liquid crystal. Your body receives the messages from the non-physical, okay? And we are both. And in this blended place where we are, this is beauty. And this exists for eternity. Don't you understand? Oh my God. This moment, this eternity that we live in, it's lovely. And the fact that there are those who are trying to split us, like the little atoms that we are, doesn't mean they're bad, but we need to learn how to love in a way that doesn't accept everything. The levels of creation are there. Those are what the chakras are. And we're saying, there's all this stuff swirling about. We're in a tornado. We're in the center, we're in the eye of a hurricane. And our mother, father, our creators are amoral. They do what they do. Yin does what she does, Yang does what he does. He thinks, She processes, she receives, she magnetizes. She says, bring it on, buddy. Bring it to me. I'm right here. Come and get me. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to get you. This is what they do. And they just do that all the time. When they come together, oh, hello. Oh, look at, poof, what's this? Wow, where am I? Oh, what is this? You see? And then we decide and we choose. Now, I didn't decide or choose to be a girl or an old woman, but here I am. So what does that mean? Does that mean that I have no free will? That's the fight between free will and determinism, yeah? Well, I think we have both. You see, once again, that either or thing has got to be dismissed. And yet you can't have everything be okay. Go to the middle again. How do you get there? What's that middle like? Well, it's not wishy-washy. It's very strong. Being in the middle means I see the bad. I see the good. I see what works. I see what hurts. I know that some of it is preventable and some of it isn't. So I live in that place of acceptance. And then I make choices about, well, how would this work? Let me choose this. See how it works. It doesn't work, then I'll stop. But some people think they have to keep doing that. Keep pushing on the wound. Don't do that. That's what Jesus said. Turn the other frickin' cheek, knucklehead. What does that mean? What does it mean to turn the cheek? It means, no, I'm not going to let you hit me on the other side. No. Turn the other cheek means I'm going to redirect my energy now. I'm going to treat you like a nothing, a no thing. And you would be amazed at how that can work. That is power. That's the power of Jesus. And Jesus didn't come to save you from your sins unless he came to explain to you how to do you better, how to do you in truth, in the truth that you are the two into one. That's what his message is. He didn't come to die and suffer to show you how to not do that or to put you in heaven. Heaven is here. Oh, interesting, huh? All right, that's 12 minutes and 44 seconds. Is that enough? Do I have to write now? Because honestly, I like writing, but I'm tired of it. I think I need to talk to you. And I need to have a conversation. So I'm working on that. We need to talk to each other. Need to share. Yeah? Need to touch. We need to touch. We need to smell. Yeah, you stink. Ugh. Get it. Get it. Take it in. Understand it. What does that stink come from? Is it something rotten or is it something that's dying, that's trying to exist? Is it an expression of a will, of something that's free? Smell it, touch it, taste it. I'm Taurus ruled. Can you tell? I'm ruled by Mercury, the magician, right? But that guy's he's wearing the Empress clothes. So you look at your chart at your ascendant and you go, oh, what's the boss of you? Well, that's how you relate to this stuff. I relate to the world through my body. And Venus is my boss. She's the boss of my Mercury. She's the boss of my mind, you see. And you tell the story and you learn your story. That's what the astrology is good for. It's not about somebody predicting your future. You predict your future. You know your story. You know the characters in the play that you have chosen to be the nexus of. And then there you go. Then you run your story. You run your script. And guess what? You can write your script if you didn't like that part. And this whole thing of, oh, well, my childhood, me. Stop it. I mean, I've had really horrible things, and I used to go, "Oh, wow, victim me," and then I started using that, use that stuff, and you go, "Oh, I was abandoned. I felt abandoned. Oh, I just felt abandoned." Okay, well, that's true, but what did it do for me? It made me understand how to dive in. Because when you're alone, you dive in. There's some place to go. There's always a place to go. You can either reach out and just flop about like a fish on the shore, or you can go in and ask. So for me, it's talking to myself, schizophrenia. I'm going to talk to myself all day. But the cures and the methods of other people won't help you. You will help you. You get into you in a way that's humble. Humility is key. You get on your knees and you say, "Oh God, did I screw that up or what? I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Here I am. I need you. I need your help." You ask yourself to help you. There you go. Anyway, if you get a reading, then I can help you learn how to access those people because you've been trained to ignore those voices. You've been trained to think poorly of yourself and to think of yourself as a helpless victim of this one God. And you are not that. That is not true. That is wrong think. You are made from stuff and no stuff, and you are the middle of that. And all these levels in the tree of life, in astrology, and Enneagram, all these stories help a person listen to their soul because that's all already in you. All of these stories, all of this intellect, all this stuff we do, this playing around, this mad, this sad, this stuff is a way to access our soul and what it wants to tell you. Your soul is you, and you want to tell you stuff. I have curiosity about this. I have demands about that. I'm certainly interested in that, but I'm afraid to know. We have all of that, you see. Okay, please, if you would like a reading, contact me. And you can go to my website, which is in my, data stuff down below. You can comment here, and I'll respond. Whatever, please do it because I am an elder who can't. I just can't. This is not my language. Technology is not my first language. So help me out here if you like, if you're interested. I do Zoom and we dialogue like this. And I have done this for people for a long time. And they tell me it's helpful. All right. Take care. Love you. Bye bye.